Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Did y'all go get Taco Tuesday? I didn't. No, I was thinking about Taco Tuesday, but I did decide to go and have some fried chicken. It was really good. My favorite chicken is chicken wings, the whole chicken wings. I'm not getting into that flats and drumettes debate because I want the whole chicken wing. I'm so greedy. I even want that little flat part. I'll eat it all. I don't know why I said that, but it's the truth. I wanted to talk to you about Black career women and registered nurses, but tonight is about Black career women in teaching you, discussing what FMLA actually protects. Okay, I'll be looking down here at my notes. So, what FMLA actually protects? Your job. That's it. Protects your job. But that is a peace of mind to know that you could take 12 weeks off work and get your job back. Same position or an equivalent one. You go back, you've handled the situation, and everything's good. At least it's supposed to be. So it protects your job and having the peace of mind to take off to take care of your own serious health condition. A lot of people are willing to take off work to take care of sick children, willing to take off work to take care of a sick spouse, and they're also willing to take off to take care of parents. But what about yourself, sis? What about taking off for your own serious health condition, including exhaustion, economic pressure, workplace conditions, confusion about systems, survival, lack of informed consent and guidance, women like yourself trying to stay functional while overwhelmed? Let me talk about that a little bit. How are these things even a serious health condition? Because they affect your mental health and they also affect your physical health, especially if you already have diseases like depression, lupus, IBS. So who's eligible? You are eligible if you work for an eligible employer, 50 or more employees who can handle the work while you're out. And also, if you have worked for the employer for at least 1 year or 1,250 hours. One of the major issues with Black career women that I've noticed is about climbing the career ladder. They feel exhausted once they rank where they want to be at, once they have accomplished where they want to be at, and they still are having issues with facing a serious health condition. Black career women go through a lot of hurdles and hoops, even if it's mindset, okay? If it's still there for them. And what we want to do is help you to understand that mindset, change that mindset, make it a positive mindset, do an assessment of your actual workplace to see whether or not it's something that is happening in the workplace or if it's something that's happening internally. So your own serious health conditions can be physical, like weight gain and obesity, prediabetes, insomnia, chronic pain. Mentally, you can feel like you're drowning. Everything on the outside looks so good. Anybody would want your life. You're making good money, driving a great car, being able to take vacations, but still something on the inside of you is in an abyss. doesn't mean that it's clinical depression. It could mean that there's something actually happening in the workplace that you need to address. Sometimes when we seem like we've made it, we don't feel like we have the luxury to complain because nobody else can understand. But no one has to understand what it is that you're feeling. You just need to be able to, what is going on here? You just need to be able to honor your own feelings, see what it is that you need, and be vocal about voicing your concerns about what you need to finish out your day at work, to have a healthy career, and even sometimes to move on if that is just not the fitting place for you, especially if there's found to be no discrimination, no, nothing that is illegally happening to you at work, so that you can pick yourself up, write you a new CV, and move on to something even greater. Sometimes we want to hold on too long, longer than we should, just because we have worked so hard to get to where we are. That doesn't have to be the case for you. So, what we're talking about is what FMLA actually protects. I want to go over it again. Your job, you deserve to have a peace of mind to take 12 weeks off work to address your very own serious health condition. This is God sent and is a federal right. Your serious health condition can be exhaustion, economic pressures, workplace conditions, confusion about systems, surviving, lack of informed consent or guidance, women trying to stay functional while being overwhelmed. These are all things that take place in the workplace that can that can harm you physically and also mentally and emotionally, especially if you're already with a diagnosis like high blood pressure, cardiac disease, pre-diabetic, insomniac or insomnia, and chronic pain. You deserve to get an assessment of your work because nobody's job should be causing these issues. There may be something illegal taking place in the workplace that maybe you haven't fully acknowledged or appreciated, and too afraid to speak out against because of retaliation. We want to help you with that, okay? So if you are experiencing any of these issues and you are thinking about taking FMLA and you want to protect your job and not just jump ship when there's so much on the table for you, then I do encourage you to take our black our work fatigue quiz. Um, this is the way that today's black career women and registered nurses are preventing burnout. You take the work fatigue quiz. We do an assessment. We first identify what level of work fatigue you may be experiencing. There are 5 different levels of the work fatigue, and they are physical, mental, emotional, ethical, and spiritual. Until you know where you are, you cannot possibly figure out where you're trying to go. And by the time Black career women and even registered nurses enter into employee assistant programs, go talk to their manager, they're already exhausted, they're already overwhelmed, and they couldn't even begin to safely unpack what it is that they're experiencing. So we want to make sure that you do that so that you do not enter into um, psychiatric industries or psychiatry, mental health, asking for FMLA and coming into agreement with the fact that you are clinically depressed and start taking psychiatric medications when it is a work issue that is happening. We want to be able to leave psychiatry and psychiatric care open for those with true mental illnesses and true need for a medical intervention. If you are a Black career woman, college educated, faith based, career oriented, has already proven that you can complete tasks and, college and all of these things, but your issue arose out of the workplace, then you probably don't even qualify to get psychiatric care that way for those reasons. We want you to make sure, we want to help you avoid burnout and get you to take your FMLA, assess your workplace issues, your situation, and how you are responding to it, whether or not it's a wellness response, whether or not you're maladaptive to the response, just to help you turn and get on the right path to where you are supposed to be going, okay? Without having to suffer yet another diagnosis and another pill to your regimen, okay? If you have questions, any comments, or anything like that, please make sure you commented and type the word fatigue in the comments, and I will send you over the quiz. Be sure to share and like this content, this video, because we are here to help make sure that when you take your 12 weeks off work, you go back to work better, not needing an accommodation for a job that you had no problem doing before. And that is what's happening to Black career women and registered nurses when they take off work. So if you are feeling like you are being overwhelmed, that you're climbing career ladders and something is still missing, there's something still hurting about work, take take your time off, but don't use it to do vacation. Don't use it to go, to Mexico or Tulum. Tulum is in Mexico, or Cancun, or wherever it is that you want to take advantage of while you're on FMLA, particularly if you have some issue in the workplace that requires your attention and is pulling you into an abyss and you're not quite sure what's happening. You deserve to use that time out at, as it is designed so that you can address your serious health condition. I'm Glenee, and leave me a comment. I just wanted to come through real quickly and talk about that. Okay, bye.